Hi, everyone. Welcome into My Chamber TV. We are the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly, and we are featuring the Tarpon Springs Chamber of Commerce today. And we have a full house of guests, and the guests actually are consisting of the Business of the Year Awards. And we're going to start off the show bringing someone back by popular demand. Congratulations, Miss Amber Geier, Small Business of the Year Award.
Thank you.
Who knew?
Who knew?
And you know what? When I saw your name, I was not surprised. I saw some familiar names here, and I get chill bumps just thinking when you first came on and talked about your business and how it was going. So this is really great.
Oh, thank you.
Only a year?
Only a year?
Within a year. So tell us about your business, Pineapple Placements. I love the name of it.
Oh, thank you. Who doesn't love pineapples?
Exactly.
Right? Pineapple Placements, I'm a senior living advisor. So I help today's seniors and their families navigate next steps through the senior living industry. So it's going to independent living, assisted living, maybe a memory care, or maybe they can stay at home with private duty home health. I help the families navigate where they need to go and what's the best living environment for their loved one.
That's, really nice. We were talking just before the show how you got into this. And I think it's important for viewers to hear exactly how you orchestrated this whole picture, because it sounds to me like you had a vision of your own. You were working somewhere else, right?
Correct.
And you thought, you know what, something just wasn't gelling here. So tell everybody your story.
Well, I worked for Medicaid for the state of Florida for about 8 years, and I loved it, and I gained so much information. I worked throughout the whole state, mainly focusing on the local 8 counties, but I did work throughout the whole state. But it got tough after a while and emotional, and from there I went to a private pay senior living community, but I was really limited to only helping the individuals within my one community. So after about 2 years there, I decided to leave corporate world and open my own company to where I can be a free, no-cost service and a resource to all the families out there who just don't know what to do and need a little help and guidance.
So opening up your own business, give us some of the features that are in your business now versus back then. You said you were limited. For example, can you give me some of those little bullet points?
Being that I am a freelancer and I work for myself and I own my company, I can give my clients and their families all the information they need. It's not narrowed down to one specific demographic or one specific community or one specific resource. I'm a walking, talking phone book for them.
That's so great, because people need that. And you never know when you're going to be faced with that position with a loved one, right?
Correct.
And it may be in your immediate family or a loved one that just, ended up with some tough times. So you just appear to be like an earth angel here. So when you're talking about there's no charge for your service.
Correct.
How does that work?
I'm a free, no-cost service to my families. When I get a new client or a new family in need, I take their demographics from their location to their level of care, to what type of environment they might need. Do they need estate planning? Do they need home health? Do they need Medicare? Do they need Medicaid? I take the whole gamut of information and I develop a plan of care for them, and then I walk them step by step. And I have, like I said, no free, no cost service to my families. When my families do move into a community, I am reimbursed by the communities, just like a buyer's agent.
Okay.
Like a realtor.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Well, it sounds like you have a broader range of assistance to families.
Yes.
Oh, that's perfect.
Well, not everybody is ready to move into a senior living community. Some of our loved ones have the assets and the support to stay at home. And if they can stay at home with private duty home health, while I work with the family to find the perfect and appropriate living environment for them, I am 100% for that.
Private at home. That's really interesting, because a lot of people from just, my, visiting with others and families and friends and all of that, they may think that they're ready for something that they're maybe not.
Right.
And to be able to have somebody stay in their own home where they have their own environment, and that's their nest.
Right.
It's their nest.
Right.
They may have pets there, family, and visitors, neighbors, friends, and things like that. Do you find that that is really critical?
It is really critical, and it's important to make an appropriate decision, not a decision in time of crisis. A large population of my clients are in crisis mode. They've fallen, they've
I was
ended up
just
in the
gonna ask you.
hospital, and they need 72 hours to find a new place to live. But if I can work with the family prior and, lay out that plan of care, so when the next step is ready, we're making an educated decision and a proper decision, what is best for their loved one and their family member.
That, that's really exciting. And to know that there's obviously need for this, and for you to be as successful in such a short amount of time and fulfilling your vision. And now you're a member of the Tarpon Springs Chamber
I
of
am.
Commerce. How long, did you start right away?
I live in Tarpon Springs.
Okay.
My husband and my 2 children live there, so it was very important for me to base my business out of Tarpon. My children go to school in Tarpon. We live in Tarpon. We do everything in Tarpon. If I'm not working, I'm in Tarpon somewhere.
In fact, we're neighbors.
We're neighbors. We didn't know that until today.
I know.
But it's important for me. So I immediately joined the chamber, immediately after I filed my LLC. Before I was even out networking and marketing my business, I wanted to ingrain my business into Tarpon. I actually just opened up a business office within the Tarpon Springs Chamber as well.
Very
So
nice.
my families and clients can come directly to me and get my resources and the resources of the chamber,
Oh, that's-
all in one stop.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
It's a well-rounded business for you, and you said that you lived in Texas before, right?
did.
How long ago was that?
I moved here almost 17 years ago with my husband.
Really?
Yes. My husband's from Florida. We met in college, and we moved here. I actually went through MIT training through Disney, so we lived in Orlando for a couple years and moved over to this side of the state and been in Tarpon ever since, and probably will never leave.
Oh, that's so great. And it's a good area for, Florida we do have a lot of senior citizens. I'm one, and I'm proud to admit that. So it gives families and friends comfort zone. And when you're out there networking, no wonder you won this Business of the Year award because of what you are doing. And it seems like you've created a little niche for yourself. Do you feel that?
I'd like to think so. I'd like to
Yeah.
think I take a very personal, hands-on approach. I am with my families every step of the way, from being in the hospital to going to rehab to the day they move in and after. Your needs are constantly changing, and just what you might need today might be different in a month from now or 3 months from now.
Isn't that
so
the
being
truth?
there and being that support system, especially for my clients who have their families are all out of state and they can't be here to help. I can be there with them, send pictures, FaceTime with the family so they can see what's going on
Yeah.
and help eliminate that stress that they're going through.
I know a lot of people whose families they're not here.
Right.
They're way far away, and they're still working.
Yeah.
So this is, like I say, you're like an earth angel for families to be able to, do what you're saying is keep them involved. And as much as I complain about the technology with the the digital
I
technology.
have a person for that too. I have a
do you?
technology tutor who comes to the seniors' homes and
Oh,
trains them
great.
how to work their iPads, how to work their phones. Say maybe they got a new laptop or a new computer that their family sent them, so they can go on Facebook and see their grandkids' pictures.
That is
I have that
perfect.
resource too.
And that can be like full time for them.
Yeah.
If they're stuck wherever they might be, if they feel like they're stuck or whatever. I mean, I know so many people that this is constantly in their hand and they're working it. But there's a lot that they can do with it. If they have the iPad or even a computer, they can watch the movies. But if you don't know how to use it, then forget about it. So what don't you have? I should ask you.
I don't know.
Gee whiz, my goodness. What about housekeeping?
We private duty home care can come in and do companion. They can do housekeeping. They can do meal prep, transportation, shower assistance. There
Okay.
are companies out there that specialize in just that. VA benefits.
Okay.
There are some amazing benefits for our veterans out there that a lot of our veterans and families don't know about.
Oh,
I
let's
have-
talk about that.
Okay.
Yes.
I work a lot with elder law attorneys
Okay.
who put those services into place, help the families get the benefits that they're entitled to. Our veterans served our country, and it is our
Yes.
job for them to know that we're here to support them back.
Oh, yes, I love to hear that. That's fantastic. I have a question for you, a personal question. I have friends who my girlfriend is not doing well. She's slowly getting a little bit better, but her husband is the caregiver. And we only have a couple minutes remaining, but I just wanted to ask you on a level like this, she is at home. I do not know what kind of home health care she has, but would somebody like that qualify?
Of course, I'm like I said, I'm a free no-cost service to my families. A lot of time it's just a phone call. You know,
Okay.
but they might not need actual placement in a senior living community,
Right.
such as independent, assisted,
Right.
or memory care. They just need guidance on where to go.
Well,
They can always pick up the phone and call me. Send me an email.
Okay,
I am
perfect.
always available.
Perfect. You need to give me your cards because
Yes.
I will be shuffling them around everywhere. I'm thinking that she may need a companion while he gets out of the house.
Right. It's called
Right?
caregiver burnout. You know, the caregivers need to take care of themselves.
Right,
And if
right.
you're not healthy, then how can you provide that care for
Well,
your
you-
loved ones?
The caregivers end up becoming a patient.
Typically, yes,
they?
sadly, because they're so focused on caring for their loved one, they don't care for themselves.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
happens a lot.
Yes.
Or having that backup plan, like I was talking about, if something happened to him, he got sick and had to go to the hospital, what's plan B? Who's going to take care of her?
I know.
And just having that plan in place.
Yes,
Especially now
yes.
that we're approaching hurricane season.
Oh, I
Making
know.
certain
And they're in an area where they have to evacuate.
Yep. So just getting everything planned out.
Oh wow!
Being proactive.
Make sure you leave me some cards
Will do.
because I really want to talk about it. You're such a delight, and I hope we'll come back on.
Of course, anytime.
Amber, you are a delight. Small Business of the Year award. Congratulations with
Thank
the Tarpon
you.
Springs Chamber of Commerce pineapple placements. Who knew? Every time I say that, I get the chill bumps. I really do. So you're a delight, and
Well, thank you for
next
having
time
me.
we see you, I want to talk about some other things that's going on, and because you're a go-getter, you are, and I can see where everybody would just love you. You're like the girl next door. Every time you show up, you're like probably like a family member to them, right?
I've become very close with my families, yes.
Yeah.
Every time I get a new client, I get a new grandma and grandpa.
Thank you. You're
You're
a delight.
welcome.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Stick around. We'll be right back.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by Trulieve on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here's your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Hi, everyone. Welcome into My Chamber TV. We are the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community, and today we're honoring the Tarpon Springs Chamber of Commerce and the business owner winners. And I can't wait. I'm so not surprised to see you back, Hollie.
Thank you.
From Anytime Fitness, we have Hollie Weinheim.
Yes, Weinheim.
Weinheim, I knew that. Could this be any bigger? This is way bigger than my head. Well, how did you feel about that?
Oh my gosh, I was blown away.
Were you surprised?
Absolutely.
So why did you win all this? I mean, look at you. I mean, you're the epitome of health for one thing.
Thank you.
And Anytime Fitness, I mean, it's just a perfect match with you. So what's going on over at Anytime Fitness? What sets you apart that warrants a Business of the Year award, Medium Business of the Year award?
So actually a lot's gone on the last year.
Yeah?
We moved into a new location. We've actually been in Tarpon for 13 years, but moved into a brand new location a little over a year ago. So expanded into a bigger space and offering a lot more than we used to.
Oh, okay. Like what?
First, obviously just size. Overall, we're double the size we used to be.
Okay, so that's great.
Yeah, so about 8,000 square feet.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah, and throughout that move, we got all new equipment. It's a big open layout, which is really great for the members. And then we have a fantastic team, offer great classes, personal training.
So it's all right there. And your training rooms or your classrooms, they're pretty good size. What's the capacity that you can teach up to?
We've had a little over 20 in the classes.
Oh, that's
close
very
to
good.
30, yeah.
Yeah, that's very, very good. And your memberships, the cost affordability, is that?
Our lowest rate's $39.99 a month.
Very
And that
good.
includes 24-hour access, 7 days a week, holidays and all, so no excuses.
No excuses. Isn't that the truth, right?
And then also includes towel service we have for our members, as well as classes like yoga, spinning, and Pilates.
Good, very good. I just had a thought that I was going to ask you about something that is important. But it'll come to me, one of those senior moments. I need to get back to the gym, right?
You're in great shape.
I hope so. I feel good and everything, but it's all about fitness. You know, you've been a member with the Chamber for how long?
Oh my gosh, many years. Actually, Anytime, I believe, was a member before I even took over the ownership.
Really?
So, I've been an owner for almost 6 years now, so.
Okay. So do you feel that being a member of the Chamber really had a major impact on your business and the Business of the Year?
Oh, absolutely.
In what way?
Being involved in the community is such a big deal. I mean, Tarpon's different.
It is.
And only I feel like people in Tarpon understand that. But we're a very special community, very close with all of our other business owners, and everyone that lives in Tarpon knows each other.
Yeah.
So being part of the Chamber and being involved in the community and being close with other business owners and working together and really having great partnerships help a lot.
I agree. Totally, I agree. And there are so many, many events going on, so much engagement with the community and with the Chamber itself, and with Jean Hungaville. She's
wonderful.
just, and if you're out there watching Jean, or she couldn't be here today, but we miss you today, okay? So I wanted to put a shout out to Jean.
She's getting ready for the open house tonight.
I know,
Yes.
I know. She's a busy gal, really pulling some fabulous things together over there,
She
right?
really is.
Yeah. So what are some of your favorite things when you are involve your business with the Chamber?
Well, definitely meeting business owners and really working together. We actually work really well with a lot of business partners. So we have a member benefits card that, being a member of our club, you get discounts to a lot of businesses locally in Tarpon. So
good.
if you're an Anytime Fitness member and you show your key fob, you get discounts at Ella's Boutique on Tarpon Avenue or Tarpon Tavern.
Nice.
Just by being a member. So we work really well with other business owners to get our members using other businesses locally.
Sure,
It's important.
Sure. I really like that concept, because when you were saying how everybody knows one another, and it's just like it's like a good old-fashioned town, Tarpon Springs. And I never realized that till we moved there. And, a mutual friend is Chrysula.
Okay.
Chrysula Gauze.
Uh-huh.
And going into town, I love going in there. It's just an old-time feel that you just feel like you're supposed to be there, with all the cute little shops and
Absolutely.
everything. And you're in a good area. over on alternate 19?
Yes, on Alt 19, we moved just north of MLK, south of Tarpon Avenue, right on Alt 19.
Okay.
And before, people used to say, oh, there's 99 Fitness in Tarpon, but our new locations really helped. We're right on the road.
Is it all single story?
It is, yep, and it's right next to, it's right on Alt 19, big building with purple awnings.
Okay, very good. Because I remember, I forget what I was in there for in the very beginning. There was a second floor, was it?
At the older location.
The older location,
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Absolutely.
My goodness. So what's going on? What's coming up that we can promote for you at your fitness?
Well, right now we're doing that if anyone wants to join the club, we're offering the whole summer free. So you get 2 months
Whoa.
free right now to join.
Wait a minute. 2 months free. There's definitely no excuses there.
That's
2
for
months
sure.
free.
That's for sure.
And what are your hours?
We're a 24-hour facility.
That's right.
So once you're a member, you have 24-hour access.
Okay.
But we are staffed Monday through Thursday, 9 to 7, and Friday and Saturday, 9 to 2.
Okay. So you have trainers there, people have questions or whatever.
Absolutely.
Help them with the machines and, getting them going. Because a lot of gyms they're not all created equal, right? So
Definitely.
tell us about your equipment. I'd like to know a little bit more about that too.
Absolutely. Well, a few things. We did purchase new equipment while we moved into the new space. We have all Precor, which is a great brand. But when you join the club, we offer two things: a fitness consultation and an equipment orientation. And so a fitness consultation is a really great way for new members especially, to sit down with a personal trainer, go over your goals and your health history, be put through a free workout, and really just set you up for success going forward and make a plan. And then we also have an equipment orientation, which is a great way to learn how to use the equipment, the functionality of it. So we walk
Yes.
them through all the equipment to make sure they know how to work things properly. And of course, anytime that we're staffed, we're always there to help.
That makes a big difference, because especially if somebody's just thinking of starting to go to the gym, it can be intimidating.
Absolutely.
It can be very intimidating, and that's why I wanted to get that information out there, so you don't have to be concerned going to the gym over at Anytime Fitness. You will have staff go during those hours, and you can have questions answered right on the spot, and make sure that you are doing the equipment properly.
And that's the biggest thing, is setting them up for success.
Yes.
Because there's so many people that have never belonged to a club before, don't know how to work
Right.
equipment, and the
Right.
last thing we want is for people to join and not use it.
know.
They get frustrated, they don't know what to do, and they don't come back in, and that's not what we want.
Yeah,
So our
yeah.
biggest thing is setting everyone up for success,
And that's
to move forward.
That's what people want. And here's the thing. And I'm speaking as a senior. You know what? As we get older, I know this from my experience. Had I not started working out at the gym, I think my senior years would be a little more challenging. But I noticed that when I hit the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, and now in the 70s, it's a little bit of a transition where I just got to work a little harder. Do you find that with your clients? Is that normal? Or please say yes.
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I think the biggest thing is, starting somewhere, and over time, everyone's different.
Yeah.
We have so many, our age range is very diverse, the fitness levels, and we have so much to offer to accommodate everyone. And I think the biggest thing is just getting on a schedule and getting on a routine, and just
Yeah.
coming in and seeing those
Yeah.
improvements over time.
And you just feel so much better.
100% more energy, people sleep better,
Oh.
and also seeing the results that people get, if it's
Yeah.
losing weight, being stronger, or getting off a medicine, medication that they were
Yes,
on. I mean, there's a
yes.
lot. I mean, this is, it's us, it's our body, and we need to take the time. Everyone says time, I don't have time. Everyone needs to find the time.
That's right. And you know what? If you pace yourself, you will find the time. And believe me, I'm the one that is on my soapbox saying time is our most valuable commodity. So why not spend it for yourself? This is an investment.
Absolutely.
And we are living longer. So who doesn't want to live longer and be healthy? So that we can get out there and get on the floor with your grandkids, or, go skydiving, or do whatever it is that you want to do if you're not healthy. And I'll tell you something else. If you have a fall or anything at all, if you're in better shape than the next person, guess what? You're going to heal a lot
100%.
easier. Because that was me last year.
Yeah.
And I was just saying that to my husband the other day. I said, my goodness, I couldn't believe that. But, going to the gym and just pacing myself and getting in there and, getting on the bike or the treadmill and the machines and a few weights at home or whatever. This is so fabulous. And I love the fact that you are 24/7. And I wanted to ask you about that. That's what it was. Is after hours, like if somebody wants to come in at 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe they work the overnight shift, the graveyard shift or whatever, they can get there. Will they have a key?
Yes, so
Or
everyone gets
code?
a key fob. Yep, a little key fob that you swipe outside the front door, and it allows you access into the club. We have cameras. It's very safe. We've never had any issues.
Oh,
People
that's
just want to come
great.
and work out. We're really lucky with our membership base. Everyone's just there to work out, and everyone gets along really well. But yep, you have 24-hour access. You just swipe the key and go in. And also, after being a member for 30 days, your key fob gives you access to any Anytime Fitness worldwide.
Oh, that's good
Which is
to
great
know.
if you travel.
Yeah.
There's really no excuse.
Yeah,
So-
because they're consistent with the equipment and all of that. That's so wonderful. I'm really glad to hear that. You're just beaming, and congratulations
Thank you
on your
so
trophy. I think it's really fabulous that you can come in and talk about this. And now, before we go, we have less than a minute. I just want to mention 2 months free for the summer.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So-
So now get the whole summer free.
You can get, starting from now.
From now, and then their first payment will be September 1st.
How can you turn this down? Go and try it out, right?
Yes, definitely.
I mean, if you don't try it, you don't really know. I mean, there's a reason why this beautiful trophy is sitting right here on the table, because Hollie's business won the Medium Business Award with the Tarpon Springs Chamber of Commerce. So there's a whole lot of reasons why that happened. So if you want to feel better, look better, have more stamina, have more strength, not making any claims to cure or anything like that, but just try it. You have absolutely nothing to lose. And after your 2 months free, it's still going to be affordable for you, right? Anytime Fitness. You are a delight. I can't wait to see you again. And you're a delight too. We'll be right back after this.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by Trulieve on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is an exciting show, and I so wish Jean could have been here with us, but seeing that she's not, we just want to do a shout out for her. We are doing the Business of the Year Awards, and we have the large Business of the Year Award recipient right here, Mr. Royce Brown, Associate VP of Operations with Advent Health North Pinellas.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and thanks for having us.
Now, you just came here from Orlando when?
Yes, in October.
In October?
Yep.
And did this?
Yeah.
Well,
I'd like to
you
say-
go.
I'd like to say it was me, but it's our great clinicians and team. But we're so honored to have this award.
Oh, my goodness. Congratulations. So tell
Thank
us
you.
about it.
So really, our hospital has been, as you know, a part of the community for 100 years. Since 2010, it's been what was Florida Hospital, now Advent Health North Pinellas. But I really feel like this award is just a reflection of the great care that we're giving, and honestly, the just fervor and tenacity of our team in the hospital. And we really value Tarpon Springs. We love being a part of the community, and I think just being honored to have this award reflects that.
You know, you talk about the care and all. I know, we all know that all hospitals are just not created equal.
Right.
Give us some ideas. We've got viewers out there watching, and I hear so many nightmare stories out there everywhere. It's everywhere.
Right.
It's everywhere. What sets you so apart? I mean, you get this award, but as a person that's watching out there that may need to go to your hospital,
Sure.
What is it? What's different?
I mean, for me, it's our faith-based approach. There are a lot of hospitals, like you said, especially a lot of hospitals in the Tampa area, but we pride ourselves on our faith-based mission, really being whole care. That doesn't just mean caring for the patient, but caring for those who aren't in the hospital, for the community. And I really think that when people come into the hospital, it's more about how they're doing, not just treating the problem. And so that really reflects, you'll see it when you come into our hospital. It's not just about the care you're getting, it's about how your family is being treated, how we can communicate best with you. And everybody from front desk to the surgeon is really hammering that home.
When you talk about whole care, is that what you refer to
Yeah.
as whole care?
Yep.
So it's not just, get in and just treat the
Right.
symptoms
Right.
and things like that. You delve a little bit deeper and treat, really, it sounds like you're treating the family.
Right. Because hospitals is just a portion of what we are. You had Anytime Fitness here. We've partnered with wellness companies, and what can we do to make the hospital a place that you can experience as good a time as you can, but we know that you don't want to be at the hospital.
Right.
So how can we keep you healthy? How can we keep your family healthy, whether it's rock climbing or just, women's groups? And that's why we love being a part of the chamber, is just because it allows us opportunities to do, our mission outside of just the hospital setting.
Yeah, because when families end up with a member in the family, obviously, they need to have a little reprieve.
Right.
They need to, it's a lot. I've been there myself. So it's good because if you can help them stay healthy, because as you know, the stress of dealing with a loved one as a caregiver, it's a lot. It's
Yeah.
a whole lot of stress. And so you help provide some
Yeah, whether
care for
it's
that.
whether it's chaplain services, whether it's our community outreach. We have a big event tonight at Innisbrook about expert physicians and caregivers talking about how to better care for yourself. We understand that the hospital is probably going to be a part of everybody's journey in life, but we want to make sure that you only have to be there because you have to be there.
Right.
And so that's really a big part of our mission.
That's awesome. Well, I was just saying earlier, it's interesting that all these awards are in people in the healthcare industry. And
Doesn't seem to be going away, right?
well, here's the thing. We're living longer.
Right.
So, and I just made that point earlier. This is great to know because I want to take good care of myself. I don't want my kids taking care of me. I just want to, when it's time for me to go, let me carry my own suitcase, see you, bye. All right? So let me take as good care of myself as I can. And having been a caregiver, I have more empathy with all of this. So our show today has really been fully packed with the right people winning the right awards for what they're all doing. So with Hollie with the prevention,
Right.
and then with you telling me with the whole care, I know I'm going to just let you just talk about some of the other things that's going on over at your hospital as well, because you've only been there since October. My goodness.
Yep. So we do have a tremendous amount of things going on. We've got about $40 million in capital projects. If you've driven by in the hospital, you've seen the big banner announcing
Yes.
that we have the ER coming, which starts next month. So we'll have 18 private beds, which is tremendous as far as better care, a better experience when you come to the ER.
Yes.
That should be done middle of next year. Another thing that's huge for the Tampa and Tarpon community is that we're replacing the exterior of our hospital, which will allow us to see patients even all the way up to a Category 5 hurricane. So that is a key part of Florida, unfortunately.
Did you hear that?
So previous, if it's a really bad storm, we've had to evacuate. And updating our exterior allows us to not have to do that and keeps it a safer place for our Tarpon residents.
Oh, that is such peace of mind.
So that starts the end of this year and will be done probably end of next year.
Oh, that's really fabulous.
So that's, I remember, years ago coming here and interviewing and just seeing the building, and it didn't really reflect the, phenomenal people that work inside the building. And now we're really excited to have the building reflect the people that work there. And honestly, having people to be able to go to a place, during a scary time and a hurricane is huge for us. There's nothing worse than having to be transferred during a storm. So
I know.
That will allow us to keep all of our community in our community.
So you feel with this improvement and all, with the amount of beds that you have in the emergency room, like, I mean, nobody's out in the hallway and things
No.
like that way. I mean, they're because some of the hospitals you hear so many crazy things and all. So it sounds like they're really in it to win it.
Yeah,
and you did.
We are, yeah. Well, I thank the Chamber for giving us this award, but we're really, it's about the hard work our team's doing for our patients.
Yeah.
And so if you come to the hospital now, we're renovating the interior of the hospital, the nurses' units, and the inside, so you can see that if you come in. And then one super exciting thing is we have a painting that's been commissioned by just a treasure, and Christopher Still, who's a Tarpon resident and a world-renowned artist. So that painting will be displayed in our hospital at its completion, and it's really a painting of Tarpon Springs.
Oh,
it won't be
wow.
a painting of the hospital. It'll represent the entire community. So it has good synergy with the projects that we're working on.
Sure.
It'll be completed around the time that our ER and our exterior renovations will be done. So
This hospital has been an icon. 100 years?
that's right, 100 years, 1927. So just a lot of history, and we look to continue that legacy in the community.
Oh, that's fabulous. So how long have you been a member with the Tarpon Springs Chamber of Commerce?
So our hospital has been a member for over 25 years. Obviously, when Advent Health acquired the hospital in 2010, we continued our relationship with the Chamber, and it's just been a vibrant experience for us and an opportunity like today to meet people who are, some are in healthcare, some are not, but we're all residents of Tarpon, and we all have similar goals to stay healthy and have a vibrant community, so that the Chamber allows us to do that.
Yeah, that's so fabulous. And so you educate the community with you were saying that the doctors are experts.
Yeah, tonight we have an event at Innisbrook called Ask the Experts, where it's a panel of physicians and a moderator, and honestly, they answer questions, talk about new procedures. We will be highlighting, we have a new XI robotic device in our hospital now, so they'll be highlighting that for
Tell me about that.
So it's really honed into some certain subspecialties: colorectal, urology, thoracic, and one exciting thing about it, it has a table that moves with the robot. So if you're on a surgical device and the physician needs to move you, the table just moves, and it's so much easier for the patient. The surgical sites are smaller, and it allows the recovery time to cut down significantly. So it's really a great avenue for surgery if you have to have the robot.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I love I'm hearing more about robotics these days.
Yeah.
So
it's fascinating. I mean,
yeah. So they're really stepping up to the plate with digital technology,
Right.
basically, is what's happening. So that's fabulous.
Yeah, it's really an opportunity for patients to recover better and quicker, and honestly, it's easier and less taxing on the patient.
Oh, yeah.
And we have some patients that are home the next day after surgery on the robot, which is just
Really?
tremendous. Yeah.
Versus what?
Well, it depends, but some surgeries you'd be 2-3 days in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
And now it allows for quicker recovery. It's not as taxing on the surgeon either. so that the surgeries tend to be less taxing on them, which we all want physicians who are healthy and vibrant and not tired when they're doing surgery. So the robot's a great avenue for that.
Well, I'll tell you, you're the buzz in the community. You really are.
I appreciate that.
I mean, I hear a lot about Advent Health, but to hear it right from you, because you're in the thick of it all and you're seeing all these changes and being part of the team. Yeah,
we really have a lot going on, and we're so excited that the community, as you know, we re-upped the lease for the buildings through 2099, so it'll be here long after we are, and so we're committed to being in the community and providing great care.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Anything else you want to cover that's coming up? Anything in the future over there?
We are looking into a lot of renovations. We've got a lot of infrastructure updates. So the building, as you know, is very old. So we're updating AC units and chillers and all types of things. So it really will feel like a brand new hospital in the next 24 months, which we're very excited about.
Yeah, you should be. I'll tell you, to be able to have the amenities, but to be able to have the technology, and I'm glad that we're doing this segment so that, we can reshare this out in the community and let you know what's happening. I mean, there's still people calling it Florida Hospital, right? I mean, that's what I remember when we moved into Tarpon.
Well, and it's important to know that, we didn't get acquired. We didn't get bought by anyone. It's the same company. We just changed our name because we have many hospitals outside of Florida, and this gives us common branding, common service standards. And so Advent Health in Orlando is Advent Health in North Carolina is Advent Health. So before we kind of had all different names, and this allows us to have one single brand and the same service promises.
Right. I need to correct myself here because my producer's Helen Ellis.
Right.
Helen Ellis, yeah. So that's fabulous. And I'll tell you, if you want to go ahead and check out this hospital, if you ever have any needs, you're going to definitely be right up to technology with care, if you need surgery or whatever. But I like what you said about whole care. So thank you for that. Thank you for coming on the show. And we'll be right back after this.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by Trulieve on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly, and we're in the last segment of our show featuring the Tarpon Springs Chamber of Commerce. And now we've saved some of the best for last. The whole show has been very exciting with winners after winners after winners in the Business Awards arena. And today, I have to say, I'm very honored to have these two young ladies in the show who have actually won the not-for-profit Business Award. I'm
Fabulous.
excited. Congratulations to
Thank you.
both
Thank
of
you.
you.
Thank you.
Now you were just telling me, blew me away. 53 years with this women's
With
organization.
the Federation, yes.
Wow.
I pinned her with her 50-year.
You pinned her.
Wait a minute, I'm here.
Oh, look at that. How
just to prove it. That's
Just to prove
it.
it.
took 50 years to get the pin, but that's
Oh
okay,
my!
you know?
But you got it,
But I
right?
got it.
Right? And now, Carol, you've been with them for 20 plus years.
20 plus years, and I've been 12 years on the executive committee for the state.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Now, you know, that is this is good old-fashioned commitment.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot to be said
Yeah,
for
I
that.
was president 2014 to 2016.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was my honor.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, we're proud of her, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, they
of course.
supported me. The club supported me.
That-
It was
that's-
wonderful.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's so amazing. Tell us about this women's club, because I have a lot of notes that Jean left me here, but I want to really hear from you guys since you've been with them for so long. How did you get started? Why did you get started?
Okay, in
Tell it all.
1892, Soledad Bonelius de Safford came here she came here in 1891 from Arizona. She married Anson Safford, and they came to Tarpon Springs, and she decided, she looked around and she said, needs a little community work.
Sure.
So she started this civic improvement association. So in 1895, she was asked to join 5 clubs, starting Green Cove, Florida, Green Cove, and they formed a club, the 5 ladies, and they became Florida Federation of Women's Clubs.
With 5 ladies.
that's
With
how it
5
started.
clubs, 5 clubs.
Or 5 clubs.
And they had asked Tarpon Springs. So we are a charter member of that group. Wow. So we've been around a long time.
Oh,
What they did was they swept the cows. You know, they were roaming the streets. They swept the manure. They lit the lights around the bayou. You know, and this is what they did for community service.
Wow.
And kept everybody going.
How
And then in
exciting.
1906,
That's a picture.
Oh, my goodness.
This is Soledad,
Soledad.
up in the tree. Look, she was very young.
Wow. So they saw the vision way back
back then, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for community service.
Exactly. So,
And in 1906, we joined the General Federation of Women's Clubs because we're under an umbrella
right.
of the General Federation of Women's Clubs.
Very nice. So since then, I mean, I know you've got stories after stories. We could probably do
do.
a whole series of episodes.
You could. You
right?
really could. You really
right?
could.
So
And
take us through the years. I see you have some.
this is through the years. This is
okay.
how it started.
Okay.
She
Oh,
went.
what a lovely brochure.
She went to. I have to read it. The
This is for the General Federation.
General Federation, June Cunningham Crowley. She was invited to a man's closed thing. She couldn't get in. She was a journalist, and she was very discouraged. And she came out of there, and she said, I'll start my own. So she
My kinda
started.
gal.
She started the Women's Club,
The General Federation.
General Federation of Women's Clubs. Do you believe that?
In
I do.
1890, that's the headquarters in Washington, D.C.
How cool
Yep.
is that? I never knew that.
Yep.
From that.
She was just so disgusted because
Yeah.
she was a journalist and said us women have to get out there.
See,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. So
See,
she had a vision. Years
Women
ago-
never
years-
change.
No,
You know?
they don't. They
No.
don't.
It's the spirit.
Yeah.
It's the spirit we have
Yep.
and that we share.
And we did bombers in 1942. I mean, we have a history that's so the General Federation, and each state. We're in every 50 states in the United States and 12 international.
Wow, that's really grown. And you know, when you really think about it, that's really kind of a short time.
Right.
To expand like that, right?
Eleanor Roosevelt was a member.
Oh, for heaven's
Yep.
sakes.
Yep.
So tell me your story.
Well, I joined in 1966 in Bedford, Massachusetts, and it was a membership tea. We still have our teas today. In those days, though, you wore a hat and gloves, ever so. And it gave us a chance to get out of the house with little children and play dress up.
See that?
But then I realized, as I use the expression, it isn't just tea and crumpets.
Right.
I found out how much they do. And through the years, the people I've met have been wonderful because they're all giving people. They're giving back to the community. That's what it's all about.
We're not a
Community
lunch bunch.
service.
We're not a lunch
No,
bunch.
oh, I just love to hear that. It
Every dime we get in, we give out.
Yeah, it's
That's
through
so
charity.
wonderful.
And here's our brochures that we will give out at the Chamber of Commerce. Gives all the information for members. We're always looking
Very
for new
nice.
members. Everyone is welcome.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
And you've got them all listed here.
And all this. That's,
Yeah.
that's some of the.
I should join.
You should join.
Definitely.
Would you like to be
Definitely.
a member? We'd love to have
I
you.
just might.
You
I
just might.
Yeah, you've got my spirit. But you've got it all listed here too. This is a really nice
Yeah, that's a nice
card.
brochure. And our current president, Dee Isgazar, couldn't be here today. This is one of the projects she's going to be working on this year. It's wheelchairs for kids.
Oh, we
another
promote wheelchair for kids
it's
here
another
a lot.
nonprofit, and of course we are a nonprofit organization.
Yes,
So we just
yes.
have 2 fundraisers a year to promote our charities. Hence the program book. And Advent Health is one of our sponsors. We
Nice.
take ads and we have sponsors. And the money we raise from this helps us to support all our
the
philanthropies.
philanthropies.
I love it. I love it.
And our volunteers, we put in over 40,000 hours volunteers, just our club last year.
Wow.
So they're a wonderful group of ladies.
Throughout the country. I mean, it's
They all
when
care.
you see the numbers from General Federation, it's out.
Carol-
You can't believe it.
Carol's leaving tomorrow for the international
Convention in Texas.
Yeah.
Texas.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's where you meet thousands of more people who are doing the same thing that our club is doing. So it's
Do you know,
wonderful.
it is wonderful. And it really does, the saying really does go, it takes a village.
Yes, it
Yes.
does.
It takes
Yes,
a
it does.
village. And you guys must really be honored to be able to be part for so many years.
And we're part of a bigger.
Yes.
Even though we're one.
Yes.
You know, you're part of
You're
a
not
bigger,
just a
bigger.
small club.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we
Right.
try to encourage, to let people know.
My
And
president's project was Canine Companions
Yeah.
for Independence, for the soldiers, for the veterans.
Good.
I raised $360,000.
Whoa.
Yep.
You go, girl.
Yep.
That's fabulous.
I'm very proud of that
Well, you should
because
be.
we helped many, many soldiers. Yeah.
I love to hear that. We just, you can never support our soldiers.
Right.
You know,
Right.
enough. You can't.
Right.
John is in my ear telling me to ask you ladies about a funny story. You got some funny stories to share? Probably a lot of them.
Is this live?
You sure are, live and unreal.
Well, actually,
Go for it.
Carol really wanted to wear this Superman costume in here, just to give you an idea how sedate she is at all
Yes,
times.
yes.
Okay.
Well, we have our junior club. Her thing is superpower for the books for little children.
They're called book heroes.
Book heroes.
And our members are, that's a one-to-one. You read books on a one-to-one basis with children. And
Right.
our club in Tarpon was doing that recently at CAP. For the arts, we've worked with the Boys and Girls Club, doing arts and crafts with them. And of course, our volunteers are at the hospital, the library, the schools, all through the community, as well as their churches and things. So they're all actively involved. They're also now attending First Fridays that they have in Tarpon Springs, and we've encouraged and had several new members from that because they've been around since 1892, and people say, "What's the women's club? I never heard of that." And it's like, wait a minute, they've been here long enough, you know? But again, it's letting people know you're out there, and they're all giving people. And so, like I said, these are the new brochures. This is where, in the
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
1890s and 900,
Right.
you can tell her about this building right here. This is
Oh, my
this is
goodness.
the bayou. you
Yes,
know,
yes,
where
I
they-
know. I love
where
the bayou.
where
This was Mrs.
older
Beekman's house.
That was Yeah.
Viola Beekman. She was the 4th state of Florida president. And now I am also a state from Tarpon Springs. So that, yeah, and we have our all of our display at the Heritage Museum.
And the Heritage Museum is where Viola Beekman's house was. And
Yes.
that burnt down many years ago. But that's where the Women's Club used to meet.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you guys are just beaming with excitement. Well, you know, when you give back to the community, it does something for your soul. But
Right.
to be involved, this is massive. I mean, this is,
It
this is a
is.
big deal.
It is. It is.
And like you meet people when you go to international. You could be. They don't let you sit with your friends. You know how everybody wants to sit with their little friend. You sit at a table with 9 other people you haven't met before from all over the world.
Exactly.
And it's wonderful. And you start talking, and it's like, well, yeah, you know, we're all doing the same thing. We're all doing because we care.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful. I mean, they could be from another country, obviously all the states, but the other countries come in. A new one just opened in Belize.
Belize.
Another new club just opened in Belize.
And I'm president of the fabulous Florida Flamingo Flock Cyber Club.
I can hardly stand it. Be still my heart.
That's for people who want to still be in Federation, but they don't want to attend meetings. They're too either old or too sickly, but they like to see the news and hear the news. And they can pay just dues, and they belong to the Cyber Club. And a monthly newsletter goes out, and they know all about us.
And tell her about the latest project.
Oh, the Eagles.
We have just under a minute left.
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
It's a big eagle. We're decorating the eagle because we were the original owners of the Everglades.
Oh.
And we gave it to the state. So
Giving
we're
back.
very involved in that, yeah.
Conservation.
Yes.
How fun.
Yep.
We could keep you here all day. I'm telling you, we can. This is a show in itself, episode after episode after episode.
Right, right.
You guys are
Chapter
really
2, yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
Thank you
Yep.
so much for coming on the
Okay,
show.
thank you for
And
having
I
us.
I may just come over and
Be
poke
our
my
guest.
nose
Come to our
into your
membership
I
place.
tea.
want you to keep this
Oh,
because the
good.
information is right here, and we'd love to
Perfect.
have you a member.
Perfect. Well, I may. You guys are
Okay.
such a delight. My
Come to our
goodness.
membership
Now,
tea.
Thank you. And thank you. We'll see you back next time on My Chamber TV.